Hey there, my name is William Nguyen, and this is the first sprint demo that I'm doing. As you can see here, these were our tickets that we had. I'm not quite sure why there's eight. I think there's only supposed to be the first four. The submit sprint planning Caden, design homepage layout and style William, create Atlas account for MongoDB Raven, and the design website layout Tasha. I think the other ones were when we were working on it as a team, and maybe they did not get changed or removed. So I'm not sure why that's in the screenshot. But my ticket that I tackled this week was the designing the homepage layout and style. And basically, kind of the acceptance criteria for this ticket was to be, have a working layout. And with that, we're not really talking, theme in terms of colors or in terms of the, kind of the, I guess you could say, I mean, I guess it would be hard to describe it. The artist kind of look of it, like which pictures we're going to use, which font we're going to use, none of that, but mostly just the layout and style in terms of how we're going to place everything on the page, and how that's going to function into going into the other pages and stuff like that. Um, so the expected functionality was basically, we had a few things that we wanted on there. We wanted all of our pages linked on there that we had talked about, and we knew we wanted some kind of picture. And I think our overall design language for this is really simple and clean, and that's what we wanted to go for. And of course we had to have our donate now button included, which is something that we wanted to have on every page, kind of be a recurring thing in case anyone goes somewhere or whatnot, and just quick easy access to get that done. But after working on that for a bit, this was the rough layout that I came up with. We were thinking kind of having a banner image up top there, showing off maybe one of the events or one of the donation things, or that we were going to have a logo that when you click it, it'll just keep bringing you back to this home page. We have our donate now button, and the events, volunteer, and about pages. We were going to have text and images basically, talking about each thing. So, um, for the events, talking about upcoming events, whatever, and then it would have a link, that you would click and it would send you to the events page. For volunteering, a short little blurb again talking about donating or volunteering, and then it would link you to the volunteer page. And then the about would be similar, another small little blurb talking about feeding Columbus, something like that, and check out more, and it would send you right to the page link. So, anyways, that's kind of what we had going on right here for the about page. That's what we had going on here, and the I would say the only thing about this that we wanted to change was that the events, volunteer, and about, and then the blurbs under them with the links. That was going to be varying in size. It just kind of depends on what we feel like would be a good short little summary in terms of text or images to put into those boxes and then, link to the page. So they can end up being much shorter in terms of height, and not necessarily pulling the banner image all the way up there. But we thought this would keep it very simple, very laid out. We kind of like the rounded corners and style of stuff like that. But once again, very clean and simple. Um, and yeah, once again, I'm not sure why that's saying volunteer twice on the links, but the last one is obviously supposed to be the about page link. Um, so yeah. But this was what I worked on. I spent a lot of time doing this. Researched some other similar food banks, even ones in Columbus and ones around my area, just trying to get an idea of, how do they design these websites? How do they focus it? Because I feel like one of the struggles with a food bank is actually getting the donations and getting them recurring enough, because there's obviously a lot of people that could use assistance. So just kind of how they set that up, how they come across, not to, you know, just how they can get all this information across without sounding one way or the other, and how they can do it well. And some sites do it really simple and clean, other places are a lot more busy and hard to navigate. So the research for that was pretty interesting. But that was the ticket that I worked on and completed. I got that emailed to everybody in the group, and everybody said they really liked the feedback on it, so that's good. um In addition to that, I know there was a previous ticket on here that I'm not sure why it's there, but it's the research Python and Flask. I have not worked with Flask, so even though this necessarily wasn't supposed to be one of the four tickets, I actually did work on that along with somebody else. But getting that downloaded and kind of trying to figure out how it works and what to do with it. So I wouldn't say I feel 100% comfortable with it yet, but it's a work in progress. But yeah, all in all, that's what I worked on this past sprint. I think I'm really excited to start actually coding this and see where it goes from here. But yeah, thank you very much.